It's in. It's in. Finally, it's bloody in. Okay, guys, we're back, and it's been a week since since I started this. Because, like I said, I got to a point where I was really annoyed, and I thought, you know what, to hell with it. I'm just gonna pack everything away, and I'll get back to it another time when I've got more time, and also when I've had a chance to talk to the manufacturers of the motherboard and the garbage I/O shield. And unfortunately, even though a week has passed, I haven't had the chance to speak to them. I'm going to tell you why. So you call up the customer support line. If they, I don't know how they dare to call it that, but you call up the customer support line, and you get through all the options. You come to the motherboard option, you click it, and then you kind of thinking, okay, I'm going to get to talk to somebody. Maybe I have to wait 5 minutes or whatever, but I'm going to get to talk to someone, or maybe even shout at them for this garbage design they've heaped upon the world. And you get to the motherboard option, and it tells you to email them. I'm like, oh, really? Are you serious? You make a garbage I/O shield that won't fit, and then you tell me to email you. So I've emailed them. I sent them a very angry, very strongly worded email. Not expecting that in any due course. So I'm taking matters into my own hands, because if you look down here, you'll see I've got a Blue Yeti, or no, a Yeti microphone and a Seasonic Focus power supply, and under both of those quite heavy boxes sits my I/O shield. I'm trying to squash the thing down. Not so much the thing so it won't clip in, but just the foam. So I'm going to attempt to fit this thing back in, and then attempt to get that in there. And if it doesn't work this time, then I'm either going to tear off the foam, which is causing me so much problems, or I'm just going to forget the I/O shield. But I'm more leaning towards just tearing the foam off. I know the foam is there to insulate it, but my brother says that the case will be grounded anyway, so it's not so much a problem. I think it's just to cover off against electromagnetic sort of stuff happening, but I don't anticipate it's going to happen. I've never had anything like that happen. Yeah, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try it with my, like I said, it's been sitting under these boxes for about 3 days now. And these are the heaviest things I could find in terms of my components that would actually fit under there. So, yeah, I'm going to try it, and I'll be back in a second if we've managed to get the I/O shield and the motherboard in without me wanting to kill myself. So I'll be back in a second.
Eventually.
It's in. It's in. Finally, it's bloody in. You can see everything is where it should be. You got this center standoff thing here, which I'm trying to focus in on. Apologies, this is a camera phone and it's not very cooperative right now. Yeah, this bit right here, that is in. That's where it needs to be, which means everything else, that's pretty much where it needs to be. Little shuffle there, and that one up here. You still see it's a little bit off where it needs to be, but the other ones are all in place. So I think if I get the other ones in, then I should be okay and good to go. But yeah, my ingenious plan worked of squashing the I/O shield. It worked. So we're in business again. Finally, I should hopefully get this done tonight. It is about 6 o'clock, but it shouldn't take too long now that I've got this. And I shouldn't say that, because I said that last time. Yeah, it shouldn't take too long. So building a PC, loads of people do it. Should take probably 10, a couple of hours. I'll be done. No. So we'll see what we can do. Hopefully I'm going to get this done tonight, if not very early tomorrow. But yeah, we're in business. We can move on. It's been so long since I've done this, I don't quite remember what we're moving on to next. Well, I've got to obviously put the screws into the motherboard to screw it down. But after that, I think I've got to put the fan, this fan up here, back in, because I took that out. Just to help me get it in there so I can see what I was doing. And then I think it's going to be a case of getting some some thermal stuff on this thing and fitting the cooler, which is over there. Actually, it's over there. I'm not going to show you. So yeah, I'm going to get the screws, do some screwing. It's been a while, but yay, get the screw. And then we're going to go and move on to the next part, which I believe will be putting the cooler in. But I could be wrong. I'm going to have a little look, because like I said, it's been a while. So yeah, I'll be back in a second. Okay then guys, we're in business, we've got it done, and I managed to get all the screws in. I thought that I might not, but yeah, like I said, once I'd screwed in, you know, like the bottom ones and one over here and one over there, that one fell into place, as did that one, so we're all good. You know what, I've just realised, I've missed a screw, fuck. Alright, it's because they give you a bag like this with loads and loads of screws in, so it don't give you an exact number. Right, well I'm gonna... I feel like a dipshit now. Right, I'm going to go fix this problem. I'll be back in a second. Okay then, we're back, and as you can see, the little culprit up here is now present and accounted for, along with you know, obviously everybody is in the right place. There's no screw for this one, purely because, like I said, that's just like a proper, I suppose you could say, offset. But yeah, we're all good to go. If you're doing this yourself, key is not to over tighten. It's get it so it sits in the screw hole, and then go to another one, and then just tighten it up. But don't go mega tight. Don't over screw it, because you can, you know, with any screw, the more you try and tighten it, the more you run the risk of probably stripping the screw itself, and also, you know, ruining the offset, which isn't a massive deal. You could probably get it out and get another one in there, but it's just a ball ache that you don't want to have to deal with. So what I'm going to do now is I'm not going to fit the cooler now. I'm going to fit the RAM next, because I'm not sure how big the RAM is. Even though the cooler itself is a liquid cooler, it's the Kraken X62 by NZXT. I'm going to fit the RAM first, just in case, because I don't want to fit the cooler and then realise that I can't get the RAM in. So yeah, we're gonna try and be a bit more scientific now and smart. Not that the whole IO shield problem was actually my fault, but yeah. Anyway, so yeah, I'm going to get this. Oh, you know what? I'm going to show you the RAM here. So here's the RAM we've got. It is the G.skill Trident RGB. I've got 16 gigabytes of this stuff at 3200 megahertz. I think it's megahertz, or is it gigahertz? I'm not sure. Yeah, I know all about PC stuff. And yeah, this was the one thing that was holding me up in terms of finishing the build, because I got a really good price on Amazon for it. I think it was like £160. When other places were selling it for $220, $230. So like I said, a mega deal. I got most of this on Black Friday, which is a while ago now. But this was the only thing that was holding me up, because I got it off Amazon and they took their sweet time in getting it to me. So they're probably like, oh God, I can't believe we sold this so cheap. We'll make him wait for it. That'll teach him for getting a good deal. So yeah, I'm going to unbox this stuff. I'm going to read the instructions. Fairly certain that they will go in the third and the first, but I'll read the instructions first just to make sure, as you should as well. Don't take anything that I'm doing as the way you should do this, because as we all know, I am indeed an idiot. But yeah, so I'm going to get the RAM all unhooked, unboxed and so on, and I'm going to lay this case back down on its back and make sweet love to it with some RAM. I'm going to give it some ramage. Yeah. I probably went a bit too far with that last bit, but anyway, I'll be back in a second. Woohoo! Okay then guys, so the RAM is fitted, and fairly straightforward. Take a little bit of effort because the click wasn't that pronounced, and obviously you do have to push it in a little bit, but yeah, fairly straightforward. It went in a lot simpler than the motherboard did. I think everything will go in a lot simpler than the motherboard did. So what we're going to be doing now though is we're going to be fitting the CPU cooler, and this might be a little bit more tricky purely because we've got the Kraken X62. So we're going to be fitting this part to the CPU, and then we're going to be putting the radiator just like in place, I suppose you could say. I'm not going to screw it down permanently because there's other stuff I need to do as well, like need to get it wired up and so on. But yeah, so I'm fairly certain that this comes with some thermal paste pre-applied, and if it does, I'm going to get rid of that because obviously we've got some Arctic Clean thermal material remover, then we've got some surface purifier, and we've got the I think it's like the most tried and tested one, the Arctic Silver 5, and trying to focus in on that there. There you go, Arctic Silver 5. So yeah, we're going to be popping these, popping this in. We need to get it all unboxed, however. I need a third hand. I keep saying this. I need a third hand. I said it earlier. I need to find some toxic waste so I can grow a third hand, or at least have my penis grow fingers. So yeah, I'm going to get this all unboxed and get this all prepared, and I'll catch up with you in a moment. Okay then guys, so it's all unpacked. As you can see, it is a 280mm radiator. We want a lot of cooling for this, and it also obviously comes with these big 140 fans, and I believe we have ourselves a I think there's an AM4 bracket in here. It could possibly be this one. If I'm wrong, then I'm screwed because I can't fit it, but yeah, we do also have, as you can see here, it does have some thermal paste applied, and it's got this little plastic cover on it to stop it all drying out and whatever. But I am going to clean that off because, as you can see, we've got better stuff over here. Well, at least I believe it's better stuff. But yeah, so I'm going to get to work on getting this all fitted. I'm going to put the fans on the radiator first of all, and then I'm going to clean that off, and then I'm going to hopefully find that we've got an AM4 bracket in here, because like I said, if we haven't, we're screwed. But yeah, so I'm going to get to work on this, and I'll come to you when I have a progress update. So back in a moment. Okay then guys, so we've run into our next little problem, because in order to fit the standoffs for the cooler and the AM4 bracket, I have to remove basically these things. So this one was up here in these two holes that you can see, and then we've got this one which refuses to budge. I've already had the screwdriver just jump out of the hole and clang against the board itself, which probably isn't good. So yeah, I don't know, I can't get it to come out for love nor money. I really can't. It's really annoying me. I think I may have just screwed the screwdriver up as well, as things stand, because like I said, it's just turning in the hole. It's just, and I can't get any purchase on it, so I think I may have screwed the screwdriver, or it's too small. But it shouldn't be too small because it took out the first two. So yeah, I need to find another screwdriver. Where I'm going to find another screwdriver, I'm not sure. I mean, I've got this here, this little kit, and I've been through a couple of these, and this one gives me kind of good purchase, but again, it's still not budging, and I don't want to keep trying to force it, because that's how it jumped out of the hole the last time and clanged on the board, which again, probably isn't a good thing. So yeah, this is the annoying thing about doing this now like this, because I can't say, okay guys, leave suggestions in the comments, because I don't want to have to put this away and come back in another week. I want to get it done tonight, because right now it's like 7 o'clock, so I've still got a few hours before I'm going to want to go to bed and whatever, but yeah, I am at a loss at the moment, so right, well, I'm going to have to keep trying, and I'm going to go and try and find another screwdriver. That'll probably give me a bit better purchase on it, because, like I said, I mean, the screws themselves look relatively okay. It's not like I've just completely bought the inside of them out, but yeah, they're just not, there's no purchase on them at the minute, so back to the drawing board, Matinho. Back to that ever annoying drawing board. I'm going to burn that drawing board when I'm done with this build. So yeah, be back in a second. Okay guys, we're back, and we are back in business, because I have just managed to, you can see now it's moving, because I've managed to find this. I just stumbled across it, and we're back in business, and this was literally 2 minutes after I went down, at 2 minutes after the last part, I went downstairs to try and find some pliers so I can get a good grip on this, and I happened to just stumble across this in the back of a drawer which normally has the, you know, or just knickknacks and whatever stuff in there, you know, extra, you know, knife attachments to the electric turkey cutter or whatever and shit like that. So I just managed to find this, and I thought, you know what, I bet it's too big, but it worked perfectly. So we're back in business. We can start moving forward and getting rid of this. So I need 2 hands to get this out. So I'm going to put this down, and I'll catch up with you in a second when we move on to the next bit. We're going to get this done tonight, guys. Come on! Okay then, guys, we're back, and as you can see, I've removed the front panel of the case, and we've got the AM4 standoffs in place there as well. We've also got the AM4 bracket on the front of the pump itself, and I've removed the thermal paste as well, using the Arcticlean, and I've also used some thermal surface purifier here, as you can see, ready for our Arctic 5 silver stuff to go on there. What I'm going to do first is I'm going to fit these two 140mm fans in the front here, just so it goes a little bit more straightforward. So I've decided I'm going to do it as a push rather than a pull, because if I do it that way, then if I want to do it as a push-pull down the line, then all I have to do is open the side panel up and just fit the new fans to the other side of the radiator, basically. So I don't have to take the radiator off and you know, off the front and so on and so forth. So I think it'll just be easier to do it this way. But yeah, I think we're making pretty good progress. After this, I think it's going to be a case that we're going to get the power supply installed. So yeah, it's about 10 o'clock now. I did watch a couple of videos just to make sure that I'm, you know, just refresh my memory on what to fit and how to fit it and so on, because the instructions I've found for these things are quite vague. Some of them don't even have wording. Some of them are just diagrams. So yeah, not everybody is an experienced PC builder. Some, like myself, are doing it for the first time. So use your words, manufacturers of PC equipment. So yeah, I'm going to get everything sorted out and ready to go. And hopefully, when we return, we will have not only the fans fitted, but also the CPU. Or I'll get the fans fitted. I'll come back and then I'll show you popping the thermal paste onto the CPU. So back in a moment. Oh look, more orbs. Maybe their name is Roy Orbison. Yeah, I'm going now. Okay then, guys, so we have the radiator installed. Fairly straightforward. It was a little bit fiddly because obviously you've got to get 8 screws lined up, and when I first put this, I put like 2 of the screws in, and then I realised there was no washers on them, so I had to come back and do it again. But fairly straightforward, and we're all fitted. Sadly, as you can see with this thing here, I think I can actually remove this, but yeah, it's going to scupper any hopes of a push-pull. But either way, it's a massive 280 radiator with 2 massive 140 fans in there. The reason I went for this, obviously, the bigger the fan is, the less it has to turn, and that means the less noise, and you know, to get the adequate amount of cooling. But now we are going to move on to doing the thermal paste, and I'm going to attempt to do this while we watch. So as you can see here, I'm just going to try and get it to focus in a little bit better. There we go. So, number of different ways you can do this. Some people say a P or whatever. So, let's do it, shall we? I think that might be a little bit too much, but I think we're okay. A bit more than a P. But I think we're good. So I'm going to get this fitted onto there now, and we'll be good to go, I think. So yeah, I'll be back in a second. Okay then, guys, and as you can see, we have made progress. So we've got the pump all connected onto the CPU, and we've got it all connected where it needs to be as well. Done a little bit of cable management here. Just put a little wire tie around this thing, just to make things a little bit more tidy. But yeah, I'd say we're well on our way now. Now I was going to do the power supply, but what I think I should be doing next is the hard drives, because I did watch a video where it was a little bit difficult to get get it all cabled and sorted out with regards to cable management and screwing it in as well, primarily. Without the it's a little bit easier without the power supply in there, all the cables and stuff and whatnot rattling around. So probably going to get that thing plugged in now, and also my my crucial 525 gigabyte solid state drive in there as well. So that'll obviously go in the front here, or maybe down here, I'm not sure. Yeah, so I'm going to figure out how I'm going to do this. I'm going to go find the screws for it, because obviously you'll get screws with this, and I'm not sure where the screws would be. You're probably all screaming, oh, it's over there, it's in that lot. But I don't know. So I'm going to go find the screws for it. I'm going to get these screwed in, and then we can move on to the power supply, and then the graphics card, and oh yeah, we got to do the magnetized RGB strips as well, but that should be fairly easy. And then we can get everything wired up, and then we should hopefully be able to get this thing started and rocking, basically. So yeah, I'll be back in a second, and hopefully we'll have something fitted. Next time on the Build from Hell, will forward progress continue? Are there any other sneaky problems lying around the corner? And did he grow that third arm? Tune in next time and find out.